Good afternoon everybody, and thank you for coming to day 2 of the photo and video show. Woo! Thank you very much for coming, guys. It's so lovely to see so many of you here at the Fundementals stage. And so today I will be talking about astrophotography and the secrets of the night. So just a brief introduction about the photographer you see in front of you. I am Dury, an internationally acclaimed, award-winning landscape astrophotographer. Some of the images you will see in this talk today have been endorsed by none other than NASA, the last living Apollo 11 astronaut, Buzz Aldrin, the European Space Agency, and even a scientific journal. I'm very delighted to say I am now a best-selling author, and I'll talk about my book in just a second, but I also act as an ambassador for some photographic brands, some who are here today. Sigma, who produce art-form lenses, and NiSi, some amazing visual filters. But most importantly, I act as a delegate for Dark Sky International. We'll touch on that momentarily. So when we look up to the night sky, the sun sets and that light fades away. We are looking now in a story of night after dark and looking at this study of distant light. And it is here where we start with our celestial neighbour, the moon. Who doesn't love the moon? I certainly do. This is one of my more recent images of the full moon we captured, and they make for some wonderful, striking compositions. But even more so with eclipses. Pop your hands up, guys. Who of you have seen an eclipse of the moon? Fair few of you. I like to see that. This example was captured out of all places last year in one of the wettest areas of Scotland. And we had clear skies. My original location in America was clouded out, so to capture this image from the UK was very special. But when you see a lunar eclipse, you see this gradual change. This is a story of science. So not only does it look artistic, unquote, pretty, but it tells us about what's happening in our Earth's atmosphere, why the moon turns blood red. But we even get to see examples of rare astronomy, and in this example, and you may have been aware or may not so, an event called the Major Lunar Standstill. What if I was to tell you that the stone circles an ancient site of our country, the United Kingdom, observe these events? So to capture images that won't happen again for 19 years. I'll be 46 next time. And then to the planets. This was across the media recently, the planetary parade. So this image you're looking at here captures 6 planets and the moon. You're looking at 7 celestial objects in the night sky. So quite nice to capture it over a radar memorial, that search of life amongst the stars. Culture and heritage as well. What I think is so important now, guys, if you are keen to go into astrophotography today, look for new ideas. I explored this idea. Through my heritage, my great-great-grandfather discovered the sweet track on the Somerset Levels. I wish to pay homage to that through constellations like Orion the Hunter, prehistoric gatherers, and to tell that story through the stars themselves. So very much a heritage aspect through the generations. Auroras as well. Come on, who's seen the Northern Lights by now? I want to see those hands go up. Come on, bring them up. Yeah, good few of you have. They're wonderful, aren't they? They're great. And not only are they visually stunning through what is happening through geomagnetic storms, but we also get to tell stories with them. Like here on the Giant's Causeway, like spirits dancing in the sky. Geology as well, we can explore with astrophotography. So in this example, capturing a beautiful ammonite structure. And this glow, this is a natural phenomenon, guys. Not any distortion on your camera lens, but it's called the zodiacal light. You can capture this around the equinoxes. So purely by chance to see this on location, and some images are totally unexpected. The next image is of the Geminids meteor shower. This event takes place in December. It's a wonderful event. But what's very strange about it, it isn't debris from a comet, but debris from an asteroid. So through juxtaposition, to capture the day of Armageddon amongst dinosaur footprints, and almost to evoke this sense of their ending, the end of the world at that moment in time through a meteor shower. You've got to be a bit creative with this sort of stuff. But also travelling further afield. I was lucky to capture this image that was endorsed by NASA of the incredible Moai statues of Rapa Nui, Easter Island. And with this image now, we're seeing changes to astrophotography. This was taken from a clear visible footpath, but I'm seeing astrophotographers now trespassing at UNESCO World Heritage Sites. With my work, I show respect, and I wish to educate that to other photographers. When we're looking at singular pieces of World Heritage, we need to protect it, not for the sake of trying to capture the iconic moment. Durdle Door as well, I'm sure we've been to Durdle Door, haven't we? So this one was a real test, over 2 nights, being able to capture an image that was at the very end of July to early August, because the full moon was happening around the Peake when you get the most meteors. And so to have that endorsed by Buzz Aldrin as well from Apollo 11, pretty special. But guys, with astrophotography, we are seeing changing times right now. We're seeing artificial light at night, light pollution. I'm going to ask a question now. For when you guys go to bed at night, how many of you have light coming in through your bedroom window? Be honest. Quite a few of you. That should not be happening. And we are seeing now views like this vanishing before our very eyes. With a 2 to 10% increase of light pollution every year, we're seeing images like this. This is our home country, the United Kingdom, from the International Space Station. Just put into perspective how many dark skies are left. They are vanishing very fast. We measure this on what's called the Bortle Scale Index. The darkest skies, which are 1 all the way to 9. I can tell you a statistic, 80% of us cannot see the Milky Way anymore. Does that send a shiver down your spine when you see these pretty images and think, my goodness, this is really happening? We're looking at sustainability as well, beauty hotspots, the impact that social media is having to beauty hotspots. I took this image in August last year, and where we're seeing difficulties with equipment, lenses, how much light you let into your camera, we're seeing now a new form of light pollution, portable light pollution, where astrophotography is in demand. People want the likes, the followers. The respect for these areas is not yet being considered. When I went here later in the night, there are glowworms all the way along the edge of the sea cliffs. So we just have to be respectful and mindful about our actions and the duty of care each and every one of us has at night. How do you do that, Josh? Use one of these, a red torch. By doing this, it preserves your night vision. It takes 20 minutes to do so. You can walk around at night with one of these things. So not only are you being more courteous and respectful of other photographers, you're protecting your local ecology as well. And that's what I'm here to do today, is to advocate this for anyone in the room who walks away tonight and takes an image of the stars. But also I mentioned this, didn't I, about wildlife and local ecology. It's being more considerate of migratory corridors by using the red torch. And because of this, we're monitoring behaviour, even circadian rhythms, through taking images of these things. We're telling stories about why we need to conserve the night, but also the impacts that, correcting lighting procedures are doing to protect such fragile UK ecology. That is why, during my university degree, my lecturer taught me something very important by the words of Gordon Parks. Your camera is a weapon. When you take that image and you think, I've got a good image ready to post to Instagram, you have the power to change the future of place. So with that, with great power comes great responsibility. If you guys got your mobile phones out, scan this QR code now, Dark Sky International. We're a group of an international community who are here to protect the night. That is why I'm here today, is to advocate this importance to look after night skies. And through that, we've set a series of principles for responsible astrophotography. Now, guys, pop your hands up. Who wants to have a go? Take images of the stars, yeah? Bring it on. Right, weather. We live in the United Kingdom, one of the wetter countries of the world. How do we do it? Use more than one weather app, please. But as a photographer, you're not just an image maker. You become a meteorologist, a researcher, a storyteller. You go down all sorts of different options, and you need to look for this window of opportunity when the skies are clear. Like on this graphic, blue is clear skies, white is cloud, go to blue. And if something says, I'm not in the mood tonight, trust your gut. There's a reason. I have tested that. Photo planning as well, to capture images like this with moon and alignment. Some of you may be familiar with photo pills, the photographer's ephemeris. What am I talking about? We use GPS navigation to help plan where the moon's going to be at certain times, and that is how you can capture these spell-binding images. Star tracker as well. I'm here representing Benbro today, and that is why I recommend the Polaris. It gets more of us interested in astrophotography. With the use of an app, it tells you what you're looking at. You begin to become more familiar with the stars, constellations, galaxies and nebulas. So I really recommend this one as your first port of call. There are other examples as well, like the Move, Shoot, Move Nomad, and this one, which is the Sky Watcher Star Adventurer. Just a few examples. It just depends on your confidence level, how far you want to go with this. But most importantly, we utilise longer exposure. We keep our images clean. Diffuse filters as well, for visual effects. NiSi produce a wonderful star soft filter, and this emphasises the glow of stars, so you can actually see the stars in your astro images, like in this example just over here. But also lens choices as well. This is why I advocate for Sigma. Really wide f1.4 capability, and you can capture images like this. Let the light in, less ISO, less exposure as well. So check out the Sigma stand, and I'm doing some talks there during the show as well. Star trails as well, you can use examples like star stacks to take multiple exposures and capture these swirly like images, this long exposure movement of the night, just to show you integration over longer periods of time. Stacking as well, we can use Photoshop and Lightroom to stack multiple images. Imagine it like a cake. You take one image and you stack it, it produces a cleaner image. So simply Photoshop and Lightroom can stack more of these to increase signal to noise ratio. But unfortunately, astrophotography is no longer a niche. The market is now saturated. So what do? You do what you really love. I am an advocate for this. Think about the images you love. Think about your passions, your interests. Think about an image that's different to what's been seen on the market already, and love what you're doing. That's why through media outreach I've been really lucky to have talks with Michaela Strachan from Springwatch to highlighting these events on BBC News. I'm very much one for getting more people interested in looking to the night. Even some of the latest photographic brands like Digital Camera, who are here today, go and check them out at their stand, and to get more people excited, as I was 3 decades ago, reading their articles. But most importantly, this is what it comes to. It's when you present your images to government. What are you going to do? We have got a problem here with light pollution. Our country needs to save money by using less light. So to take this to government was a huge opportunity. Marketing yourself, I'm pretty sure there's some avid and professional astrophotographers here today. Keep a clean website. Showcase your best work and any examples where you've been able to plug yourself. This is just an example to my website here, using this QR code if you wish to take a look and get a bit more familiar with other photographers' work as well. Social media, as I said, it's a presence, it's a tool. You're looking at photographers here who are in the room with 50, 60k likes or followers. Don't let that put you off. I certainly didn't. It's a numbers game, this, and that's why I say you need to remain true to yourself. I don't forget my roots and where I come from. So if you think you've got an idea and you believe in it, you stand like this in front of a lovely group of people. Give it a go. So naturally I'm going to highlight this book, 52 Assignments Night Photography. This is my first ever book I published, and the concept here is a series of 52 projects. So it can be one a week, and the whole point is to learn the basics of astrophotography, how you take images in the dark as opposed to during the day, and to photograph the celestial wonders of the night. And so, as I've said before, this is a book that embraces sustainable astrophotography. I want photographers to move forward with the right etiquette and to tackle the radical norm, to come up with new images, and also embrace the possibilities of your camera. But most importantly, and I advocate for this, it's designed for everybody, avid and professional photographers. So even to see this book in Waterstones in the astronomy aisle, brilliant, that was great. And it was recently designated a #1 UK bestseller on Amazon UK. As of September last year, it hit America. So it's now at Barnes & Noble, Amazon US, as well as Walmart and Target. The coverage has been incredible. So guys, I just want to say thank you for so many of you attending my talk here today. I am Dury, Landscape Astrophotographer, and thank you for coming to my talk here this afternoon. Thank you very much.